Whoa, on today's show, back at it again, baby. Another episode of Lefties Losing It. Shout out to Rita, but let's jump right on in, shall we?
I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared. I don't have any children. I don't have a husband. My family lives far, and I'm scared. I don't want nobody that looks like me, my color, my ethnicity, to be put in these concentration camps, harmed, deported. We don't have rights now. We don't have rights. Nobody has rights anymore. So what we're supposed to do? If you can get a dual citizenship, get it. If you can't, be prepared for what's to come. I'm scared. Are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. Not even a little bit. Scared of what? What? Bro, these folks, man. These folks. And you know, she said she doesn't have kids. She doesn't have a husband. With that type of mindset, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. Bro, I scared of what? What are you afraid of? If you were, and this is the whole thing. When people get on camera and say that they don't want to see people like themselves being deported or a dictator like Trump, you know, punishing them, bro, you just put yourself on camera. So if that was actually a threat to you, why would you put yourself on camera? To post to anybody and everybody, millions upon millions of people, billions of people on this planet to see. So genuinely, you don't feel that way. Because if you really felt that way, you would be quiet and you would be in hiding. I know if my government was genuinely a dictatorship and I felt like they genuinely were going to come after me, the last thing I would do is make a video and post it on the internet for anybody in the government to see and then try to find me and come after me. I would be completely silent and hiding as much as I possibly could. It doesn't make any sense. These people, bro, it's just like, this is just filled with air.
MAGA man, if you're so free, then you should be able to wear a dress for a day, right? So go on, put a dress on. Wear a dress for a whole day. I challenge you.
Challenge not accepted. Not even a little bit. Yeah, we're free. And we're free enough to tell you, hell no. Okay? What? If you're free, how does putting on a dress equate with being free? Like, how does that?
So I live in Missouri, where now I'm hearing they're putting white only signs up, and I swear to fucking God, if I see one of you motherfuckers putting up a whites only sign, you will fucking catch one. Like, and I'm not fucking playing. You will catch one.
Bro, it doesn't look like you could box out of a wet paper bag, let alone actually hit somebody. Nah, we ain't worried about it. We ain't worried about it. You know, anyway. Carry on.
So one of the defenses that I keep hearing for keeping transgender women out of women's bathrooms is that women's bathrooms are women-only space. That this is sacred and holy and keeps us all safe. It doesn't. But also it's a bad solution, right? Even if it worked, it wouldn't be a particularly good solution. What it is a workaround. It's a workaround for good rules actually being enforced. It's a workaround for actually being safe. It's just a pretense of safety. And that was fine right up until the moment where it started getting used to oppress a set of people who were harming no one. So, yeah. Women-only spaces? I'm a woman, and I don't give a fuck about them. Like, restricting a space by gender doesn't solve a problem. It creates a different problem. So, let's just stop doing it. For the same reasons that we stopped keeping women out of men's golf clubs. For the same reasons that we fought for access to workplaces. Stop making it about this. Want people to be safe? Make them safe.
Ladies, chime in. Those comments gonna be quite interesting. Okay, I'll let y'all reply to that. Oh my goodness. Ladies, please do chime in. Please.
All cops are bastards in a dirty system. Don't forget that. Even the good ones. Even the my brother, my dad, my uncle, my mom. They're a good cop. Really? Because I bet there's 12 other shitty cops on their force and they ain't saying fuck all about it. So they ain't really a good cop, homie. Sit with that in your soul for a minute and let that feel it. Feel it. Because if they were good cops, there wouldn't be bad cops. Hear that. If your cop was a good cop, there wouldn't be bad cops. Okay? So all cops are bastards until the system is fixed. So fuck you and fuck your cop. All cops are bastards until the system is fixed.
So are all nurses bad because one nurse decides that she's going to go on some weird, I don't know, spree and pine box people on purpose? I've heard stories of that. You know, where a nurse goes rogue and decides she's going to inject something extra into people's bodies that are being seen by the nurse, right? And they end up 6 feet in the dirt. And because of what she used, it's not really easily detectable. So are all the rest of the nurses bad because they never caught on? Like that just makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Are there bad cops? Of course. But the majority of cops, a massive majority of cops, are good cops. You do what they say. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. If you feel like they're wrong, you can deal with it later. The problem is a lot of these folks be out here fighting with cops, be arguing with cops, and trying to play lawyer on the side of the road. And then they wonder why, you know, they end up getting a bullet put in their head. And it's like, bro, you're fighting with a guy who was trained to use a weapon. What do you think is going to happen to you? We've watched this movie 1,000 times. Isn't that common sense? You know, it's just like these people's brains is just like filled with a bunch of air. Why are you fighting with a cop? You're going to lose that 10 times out of 10 and twice on Sunday. And the one time that you do win, it's 1,000 other cops now coming after you because you did that to that one cop. You think that's going to turn out well? Like, no. Like, oh my goodness. These folks just do what the cop says. It's simple. It is simple. Oh, man. Anyway.
If all the discrimination reporting agencies have been pretty much gutted and dismantled, who's to say that we ever want to hire or just fire MAGAs? I mean, we can use the powers of evil for good. We can actually make them wake up and force them to see the damage that they're doing to themselves. Like, it's not just damage that they're doing to everybody else too, but we need to make them feel it. So if you're an employer and you believe in humanity and dignity and respect, and you have people that are MAGAs working for you, fire them. That's it. Just fire them. Because who are they going to report to? Who? The agencies are dismantled.
Well, all I have to say is this. Employers know that hiring a bunch of leftists is a terrible idea. You think they're only going to just hire a bunch of leftists? Nah. That is a failing business. I'm just saying. Most of the time, at least. Not all the time. Of course, there's going to be outliers. There are some people on the left who are good, hard workers, but you see stuff like what you're watching in this video, would you hire these people? You ain't got to answer that question. It was rhetorical.
Hey, quick question. If you voted for Trump, are you going to help me pay for my insurance since I, don't have it anymore? Like, are you gonna pay all my medical fees up front, or am I just supposed to figure that out myself?
You're supposed to figure it out on yourself. Get a job and pay for it yourself, just like the rest of us. No, we're not paying for your health insurance. Get healthy. If you do have some health, whatever health issues, do the best you can to get healthy, and get a job. Get two if you need to. There's plenty of them out here. Lots of folks are hiring, and pay for it yourself, just like the rest of us. Congratulations to adulthood.
All leftists look the same. Yeah, babe, it's because we want you to know, okay? I put the septum ring on and I said, everybody is going to be able to identify me as a leftist. Yeah, and newsflash, baby, we know a Republican when we see one too. Unfortunately, it's not a piece of jewelry. It's absolutely zero effort into your physical appearance whatsoever. That's how I know. Find me a fun, stylish, personalized Republican, please.
There are stylish Republicans, but also we have better things to worry about, like JOBs and families to take care of. And we spend money on things that actually matter, like investments, and not a bunch of facial jewelry and nonsense, because we want longevity. We don't want to have to work our entire lives. So we spend our money on other things. Goodness gracious, these folks.
I miss the person I was before Donald Trump. Some of you are too young to remember a time before, but I remember a time before. You would wake up without feelings of dread and rage every day. You could walk about the world with worries, okay? Life was life, but you didn't carry around this impending sense of doom at every moment. God, I miss that girl so much.
Well, bring her back. She's still in there. Stop worrying about it. Nothing's going to happen. It didn't happen the first time. That's also the thing, and I've said this time and time again. All these people, oh my goodness, Donald Trump was already your president before. Did you forget? He was president before. Did the world fall apart? Did you randomly get arrested because he was a dictator, so he was just arresting a bunch of leftists? Did anything crazy happen to you because Donald Trump was the president? Did he come? Goodness gracious. Like, these folks, bro. Oh, man. I just, like, bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Anyway. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions and all of this, all right? Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.